So you're thinking about moving to Alabama, and with all the moving parts, your head is spinning and you're left searching for answers to questions like, where should I live? What are the affordable areas? Are there any areas with walkability? And what areas are going to have the amenities that line up with the lifestyle that I want? Today, I'm going to do my best to jam this video full of the questions that we hear most from folks just like you looking to live in Lower Alabama. And we're going to get you some answers so that you can feel ready for that big move. I'm Jess with Living in Lower Alabama. My husband Tony and I are the #1 relocation realtor team in all of Baldwin County. So after you watch this video, schedule a call with us today to plan your move here. Sweet home Alabama. Hands down, the top question I get from people reaching out is, where should I live in LA? And there's no one-size-fits-all answer for this. Rather, I ask a question with a series of questions. I like to refer back to your lifestyle and ask, do you work from home or do you go into an office? Are schools important? Are you okay with living in a master plan community packed with families, or do you prefer a quieter setting that's more retirement friendly or out in the country? Is access to downtown Fairhope or the beaches important to you? Do you need to be an hour or so from an airport because you travel often? These are just some of the questions I hear every day from people calling us to move here. Maybe you're coming here to retire, and being in a community with all the bells and whistles like a clubhouse, pickleball courts, multiple pools, a gym, a golf course is all a must. And I can let you know somewhere like Colony at the Grand might be your best bet. There's a lot of things here to consider and think through. So let's talk first about affordability, because that seems to be the #1 thing that comes up for everyone. I think we can all agree the home prices have risen over the last 3, 4, 5 years, and understanding what affordability looks like now is important when we look at the stats in Lower Alabama. If you're looking in Baldwin County in general, then be ready to spend about $400,000 on average. And if you're looking for beachfront property in Lower Alabama, you're going to spend about $700,000 on the low end. Again, these are averages and vary, but naturally, if you're looking for affordable, then it would be anything under that. Now, remember, I said that's just the average. If you're looking for luxury, we have that too. So you won't have a problem finding luxury properties, but rule of thumb is if you want to find more affordable homes, start looking inland and go north or go east of the cities on the water, or at a bare minimum off the water in general. If you want downtown Fairhope or along the beachfront and Gulf Shores without breaking the bank, look for a fixer-upper, because if you can find homes that are a little bit older, you might find a deal. Just remember, for those 2 areas I just mentioned, Fairhope and Gulf Shores, there's a lot of competition out there. Our most common price range is $500,000 to $600,000, and buyers are not shying away from that $1 million plus range either. A big question we are seeing as of recent is what to expect when it comes to homeowners insurance. It's going to depend on a few factors such as the size of the house, the cost to rebuild the home if something were to happen, is the home gold fortified, pool, no pool, etc. So this is definitely a case-by-case basis, but I can tell you that gold fortified homes will help keep your insurance payment lower and almost split it in half. I'd say if it's a newer home, you're looking at around $1,500 a year, but the older homes may run you $3,500, and that's for an average size home. You'll definitely want to shop around though and get as many quotes as possible. Next question is regarding fortified homes. So first, I just want to give Alabama a quick shout out for being the leading in the entire nation with the largest number of gold fortified homes. There are different levels of fortified homes. Each level will benefit your homeowner's insurance. The most common level we see is gold fortified. New build homes are being built gold fortified. I say anything built after 2017 is typically going to be gold fortified. Fortified or hurricane proof homes are reinforced and ready to withstand high winds and heavy rains that accompany hurricanes. Gold level fortified are more resistant to damage than a bronze or a silver level home. The gold fortifications include providing a continuous uplift connection between the roof support members and the exterior bearing walls and multi-story floors, all the way down to the foundation, as well as adequately securing chimneys to the structure and also ensuring that windows and doors meet appropriate design pressures, in addition to being protected from wind-borne debris. Everything is reinforced to give your home the best chance of avoiding damage. Owning a gold fortified home gives you peace of mind in knowing that the property will withstand disaster. Fortified building features exceed the vast majority of building codes by offering improved performance against those natural hazards and by also reducing the risk of property losses. The fortification program starts by focusing on the roof of the house, because That is the most vulnerable part of the entire structure. And as that fortification level rises, it includes more protection. Gold fortified homes have additional protection areas such as the windows, the doors, the floors, and foundation, like I just mentioned. And each gold fortified home is greatly protected with the entire structure acting as one system because everything is literally tied together. So owning a gold fortified home certainly has its advantages and is something you may want to consider when choosing a home in Baldwin County. Now, the next thing you need to know about before making your move to Baldwin County is that we do have a competitive market. You might take a look on Zillow and say, wow, there's a lot of inventory, but that doesn't take away from the amount of people that are moving here and the lack of inventory that doesn't necessarily support the growing population. The amount of resale homes don't even compare to the amount of new construction homes we have. If I personally had to choose, I'd go for new construction just for the simple fact that they're gold fortified and I'm going to get a break in my homeowner's insurance. And they're totally new, and I won't be having to worry about replacing any of those big ticket items anytime soon. Hopefully. Anything can always go wrong, but for the most part, you kind of get that peace of mind. I know new build communities aren't for everyone because oftentimes they are missing those mature trees that we all love and they're too uniform or close together. But over time, you can plant trees, and my advice is to look at the communities that do have tree lines, and if you're able to go for the premium lots that have pond views or on the corner, or we see a larger pie-shaped pot in a lot of the cul-de-sacs, those are the features that will really elevate your property in a new build and kind of make you feel like they're not all the same. In Baldwin County, whether you purchase a resale or a new build, you're going to have equity because our property values are steadily growing every single year. Okay, this is a big one because I'm working with a lot of clients right now that are experiencing this. Something else that you should know is that if a move-in ready home has a pool, you're going to find yourself in a multiple offer situation. Pools with homes aren't as common as you think. We aren't like Florida where every single home has a screened-in in-ground pool. So when a desirable turnkey property with a pool hits the market, they don't last long and they sell for over asking price. Ever since COVID, there's been this like major influx in homeowners installing in-ground pools here. And on average, the starting price point for just a basic in-ground pool with no extras, you're looking at around $60,000 to $70,000. But you're gonna want the extras, or at least a tanning deck. And the lanai or the screen cage around your pool, that's gonna run you another $30,000 to $45,000. So I can see why so many people are focused on finding the homes that already have pools, but they will cost you more and they're a hot commodity. I'm sharing this with y'all to help you stay realistic with your expectations on a home here in Baldwin County. The average days on market for homes like what I just described in, say, Daphne, Spanish Fort, and Fairhope, I've seen them go under contract within 24 hours on hitting the market. I have seen houses with pools sit on the market a little bit longer over in Loxley or Foley, but that might have something to do with the school systems not being as highly rated as the ones on the Eastern Shore. All right, next, let's talk walkability. A lot of y'all are moving down here from somewhere cold, and you're just ready to spend as much time as you possibly can outside, and you want to find your forever home or your retirement home, and you want to be able to walk to places instead of being, far away from all the conveniences. So let's talk walkability. If you want to live in a location where you can walk to boutiques and restaurants or the Mobile Bay or the Gulf of Mexico, you're looking at downtown Fairhope, Old Town Daphne, downtown Foley, and then parts of Gulf Shores and Orange Beach that are typically within a mile of the water. Those are going to be the walkable areas. Keep in mind, you're going to pay a premium for all of these locations except maybe Foley. And I'm not discrediting Foley's downtown area. It's packed with charm and convenience, as well as great family-owned restaurants and stores. The homes around downtown are just a little bit older. Many of them are smaller and don't have the same appeal as, say, ones in downtown Fairhope or Old Town Daphne. Downtown Foley is also located right on Highway 59, which can be a very busy and just go, go, go location. Everything is on 59, so it's definitely convenient, and it puts you walking distance to lots of great places, and it's also just 30 minutes from the beaches, which is amazing, but you might not feel as relaxed to go walk around in this particular location. Every single one of these places that I just mentioned are completely different from one another. They're all totally unique and offer different things for different lifestyles. So just because they're all walkable doesn't mean they're all the same. You really have to do your research in order to decide which is going to fit your lifestyle. If you want to be close to the water or find a home for a really good deal and also be close to everything like shopping, then Foley might be a good contender. And if you're retired and school systems aren't going to play a factor, then I definitely put that on your list. If you want small town charm, a strong sense of community, highly rated schools, Fairhope might check your boxes. Well, downtown Fairhope and Old Town Daphne put you right on Mobile Bay, so expect to pay a premium unless you find a fixer-upper. turnkey move-in ready homes can easily start for $600,000 to the millions. The vibes of both of these neighborhoods are very relaxing and coastal. Fairhope is known as a real-life Hallmark town, and Old Daphne feels just like Mayberry. Walkable areas in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach are going to be where all the action is. Every day is going to feel like a vacation, not just because you're in close proximity to the beach, but also because this is a major tourist destination. So you're going to see all of the vacationers from April till November, and then they'll come back again around Christmas time. So you need to be prepared to live with tourist congestion, long lines at restaurants and gas stations, but it's a trade-off that doesn't bother everybody. All right, I think I touched on some pretty big topics: insurance, gold fortified homes, the competitive market, walkable areas. I hope you found this information helpful. Baldwin County is growing fast. We're seeing new housing developments going up every single day, along with new schools, healthcare facilities, and restaurants. Some people believe that Baldwin County is the new South Florida. Do y'all think that? Our prices don't reflect that yet, and I'm not saying it's cheap to live here, but we're definitely more affordable than a lot of other coastal towns. Like I always say, get in while you can, because every year you wait, you're going to see an increase in our prices. If you're ready to make your move down to Baldwin County, call us today, the #1 relocation team in all of Lower Alabama. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch y'all in the next video.